Here they come, our final heat in the women's 800-meter freestyle. In lane 1, representing North Baltimore, Cameron Morris. Lane 2, representing Gator Swim Club, Andriana Pinto. Lane 3, swimming unattached North Baltimore, Jillian Ryan. Lane 4, representing Mission Viejo, Chloe Sutton. Lane 5, representing France, Camille Mupa. Lane 6, representing Minnesota, Ashley Steenborden. Lane 7, representing Mission Viejo, Ashley Twitchell. And lane 8, representing Clearwater, Becca Mann. Final heat, women's 800-meter freestyle. We had heats in the 800 freestyle held earlier today. Allison Schmidt of North Baltimore had our quickest time at 8:35.12. Chloe Sutton currently has the 5th fastest time in the world at 8:24.05. Camille Mufa of France, currently the 10th fastest time in the world at 8:26.20. Jillian Ryan, the swimmer in lane 3, swimming unattached out of North Baltimore, currently has the 14th fastest time in the world at 8:27.64. So a very nice field assembled here. These ladies are going after the time that was established by Allison Schmidt earlier today. Sutton leads them out, Mann leads them out at 1:02.04 with Sutton at 1:02.22. Becca Mann, the youngster out of Clearwater, Florida, just 13 years of age. Had a chance to see her this summer at the National Championships, and she was a lot of fun to watch. A hard charger. At the 200, Allison Schmidt was a 2:07.03. Ashley Twitchell at 2:07.20, just a shade over. The split time by Allison Schmidt. Sutton right behind her at 2:07.27. Pretty good speed here on the first quarter of this race. So the two ladies from Mission Viejo will take the field towards the 300-meter mark. No surprise to see the ladies of Mission Viejo out in front. That is a distance factory. Has a many decades run of producing excellent distance swimmers that always excel at the top level. And you've got Chloe Sutton taking the lead at 3:12.06, Twitchell at 3:12.18. They're in 5, looking very nice and relaxed, is Camille Mufa of France. And the field now is going to separate a bit. So some things to watch for. Look at the effort that the ladies are putting into their legs. Most of them won't have much of a challenging kick at this point. They will typically do a 2-beat, at the most a 4-beat, light and steady kick. Also look to make sure that they're swimming right down the middle of the lane. If they tend to circle a bit, they're going to add a little bit of distance to the swim. It could come into play by the time they get to the end. Approaching the halfway split, Allison Schmidt was 4:18.50, and these ladies are a little bit quicker. 4:16.81 for Sutton, 4:17.16 for Twitchell, and Mufa 4:17.83. Notice the contrast in styles between Mufa and the two girls from Mission Viejo. The turnover a little bit slower, the distance per stroke a little longer for Mufa, where the ladies from Mission Viejo use a little more rapid turnover approach. Twitchell taking the lead at that turn, 31.9 on her 50, Sutton 32.3, Mufa 32.3. Ashley Twitchell now edging in front. Sutton charging back a bit. Sutton 5:21.3, Twitchell 5:21.6, Mufa 5:22.2. These ladies are a little over a second quicker than the split time by Allison Schmidt, but Schmidt came home very well. On her last 50, she was a 30.1 after her holding 32 mid to 32 low across the back half of her race. Twitchell and Sutton right together. Mufa in great shape to run them down. It'll be great to see if Camille Mufa has some good speed down the stretch. She's a former world champion in the 200-meter distance short course. Right now, it looks like Camille Mufa is in ideal position to go after the leaders, and here she comes. She's edging up slowly. Sutton now picking up the pace a bit, it appears. 600-meter mark. 32.1 for Sutton, 32.1 for Mufa. Twitchell off the pace a bit at 32.6 on that 50. Now it's going to come down to a sprint. We're within 150 meters of the finish. Mufa outsplit Sutton 3/10 on that last 50. Twitchell came back nicely as well, but she's got some work to do. Camille Mufa moving up. Notice that Mufa's begun to use her legs a bit more. Sutton and Twitchell still holding off their legs at this point. Mufa and Sutton are dead even. Sutton takes a slight lead, 7:30.6 to 7:30.8. And remember, they're only about 2 seconds ahead of Allison Schmidt's split time from earlier today. Schmidt is going to be a factor when it comes down to the finish of this race. And there goes Camille Mufa. Camille goes through that turn at 8:01.41 and a 30.5 on that 50. Sutton goes a 31.4, Twitchell a 32.2. And it's Camille Mufa's race at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Sutton puts her legs to it and will try and run her down. Look at that stroke, that long stroke, and a big powerful kick behind Camille Mufa. Chloe Sutton fighting for all she's worth, but Camille Mufa of France is going to win the 800. Her time, 8:31.23. Second goes to Sutton at 8:31.85. Twitchell is third at 8:35.61. That means that Allison Schmidt from the earlier heats will jump in there for third place. How about a round of applause for your Grand Prix champion, Camille Mufa of France?